20. Hey, 20. Hey, 20. Hey. Oi, select star mate! Oi, select star mate! That's how you can find me! You select star mate! That's it! Select! Yeah! And this is love. We're talking about love. We're talking about loving on an expanded level, my friends. On an expanded level, my friends. There's going to be a lot of good things about this one. I mean, I started in on these videos and I had no idea. I had no idea where this was going to go. And now it's just going. There we go. Praise God for that. Yep. Letting go and letting it flow. Yeah, and love. Letting go, letting flow. Love. And, you know, the subject we're on, the subject that we've been on since about 16. So, you know, go back. The unconditional love and acceptance. Because I want to help you. I want to help you. And, you know, I mean, this is an important component to understand as human being, is that we're looking to be accepted for who we are and how we are and what we are. And the mistake we're making is we're going to the outside and the physical of things, looking for that unconditional love and acceptance to the outside of things. You know, we're wearing clothes, we're driving cars, we're getting in relationships, we're being certain friends. You know, I knew this little boy once in school that what he did is he picked the most popular kids in the school and became friends with them and hang out with them. You know, because if he hung out with the most popular kid in the school, then, you know, he was cool too, right? You know, so, you know, people do things to try to satisfy that need to be accepted by other people and to do certain things. And so, I mean, I just keep talking about this kind of thing and then realizing just how huge it is. The unconditional love and acceptance, how huge it is and how it is the nature of human beings and humanity to understand that that's the majority of what we're doing. You know, I mean, we're looking for acceptance to other people, but you know, we want to back up a little bit, back up a little bit, and realize that, you know, starting at the core of yourself is that, well, no, starting at the core with that. Remember that cylinder that I talked about is part of the core that goes in you. I mean, we may as well call it your darn spine, really. I mean, as deep as this goes within us, how crucial it is so that we can grow and move on and accept ourselves for who we are and how we are and what we are. And right there, the process of particularly doing that is like we have talked about in Think, Don't Believe, is what's your self-talk about yourself? What do you say about yourself? What is your opinion about yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you like yourself? Do you appreciate yourself? You know what? And I think if most people were completely 100% honest with themselves, they would say that they weren't happy with who they are and how they are and what they are. That they don't accept themselves. They don't. I mean, look at the abuse that we give ourselves a lot. I mean, we don't look at I just what the thoughts that come into my mind about what people do. Emotions come over me when I think about the people out there that are like involved in some, substance abuse to try to escape from who they are, right? They're using either alcohol or drugs or something to escape from who they are because they don't appreciate and love who they are. So they turn to the outside to try to use some sort of substance that makes them forget about who they are so that they can be happier, and that in and of itself isn't going to solve it, It's like one of those things when you go up to a mountain, you got to climb up that mountain. Can't sidestep it or walk around because you're just going to come back to the bottom of that mountain again. You ain't going to solve that thing that's going on inside of you until you climb that mountain. And, I mean, me personally, I found so many ways and so many things and so many times, you know, that if I, as much as I procrastinated about things, that if I just move forward and go through what I need to, that when you start taking those steps to go up those mountains, that you realize that it wasn't that hard to begin with, and that you just keep walking, and you just put one foot in front of the other. Yeah, just put one foot in front of the other, and soon you're walking, and you're going to get there, and you're going to get past it, but you can't. But so many, you know, it's like, well, you know, what just happened to me? What just happened to me is just the feeling of that people are just so unhappy with themselves that they got to, you know, use some sort of substance so they can forget who they are. And, you know, there's a lot of things going on in our world, and I realize that. There's a lot of complex things that are happening with people, but I hope for the very, very depths of my heart, there's some people out there that are listening, and you can take this stuff to heart, really, and realize that just what makes you tick. What makes you tick? Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Because we're all human beings, right? And we're all pretty much the same on a certain level, with the fact that, you know, when we enter into this world, that we're looking for unconditional love and acceptance, and, you know, and then because of the negative things that happen to us, you know, then we start looking to the physical world and the physical aspect of things to try to satisfy that that lack of accepting ourselves for who we are and how we are and what we are. I mean, in the transformations that take place in people because we're just not happy with who we are and how we are and what we are. And, you know, there's one thing that I learned quite wholeheartedly in a way, and I'll just share this. You know, I used to sit there and I didn't like the way that my legs looked, you know, and I was always, you know, I was just like, they didn't look how I liked them to, and I wasn't happy with the way my legs looked, you know, and I had that one in my consciousness for a long time, you know, I don't know, maybe 2 years, 3 years, whatever it was. I would just look and didn't really like what my legs were, but anyway, you know, so I got into this accident and I broke both my legs, and but I tell you, the moment one time that I remember the first time after I broke both my legs and I was healing from them, and the first time I got up on both of my feet, and it was like my nerves, every nerve in my leg fired, and when it fired, it was like thorns came out of the tips of all of them, and that's what it felt like. It was just this poking in my whole legs, and boom, man, it knocked me down, knocked me flat, you know. But you know what I did? And I started walking after that, and, you know, long story short, you know, everything's cool today, and I ride dirt bikes and stuff. But anyways, you know, it makes me think back to that time when I wasn't happy. I didn't accept how my legs were, and I didn't like how my legs were until I broke both of them. And then I was in a wheelchair, and then I was that guy that everybody was staring at, and that was a very interesting experience, being in a wheelchair and having people stare at you. You know, when you come into a store or whatever, and people look at you, you know, and that was pretty. You know, interesting perspective, but I came a long way, and you know, and then was able to walk again, and everything, and you know, and then I let go of caring about what my legs look like, you know, because at least I walked. But you know, that just goes to show you, you know, one particular aspect with people is like we don't have an appreciation for certain things about our body. We don't have a certain appreciation for how we look. We don't have a certain appreciation for how we want to be. But you want to know something? You want to know something that you had better start appreciating yourself for who you are and how you are and what you are. That's right. You got to appreciate yourself for who you are and how you are and what you are. Because the only way that you're ever going to change is if you accept who you are and how you are and what you are right now. You got to accept who you are and how you are and what you are right now so that you can change. Because if you can't love yourself right now for who you are, then you're just going to be stagnant and you're just going to stay right where you're at. So, you know, that I think is one of the really strong keys. You see, if you want to change, you got to accept yourself. You accept yourself, I mean, you got to start someplace, right? Mm-hmm. Say, I love myself. I love myself, yeah.